Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 474. My beautiful daughter decided to pick now as the moment to cry. Why are you crying, honey? Did you drop your apple? Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 474. Did you drop your apple? Is that why you're crying? Come here. Oh. Why are you crying, huh? Mommy's not angry. You just didn't want to get in trouble. All right, go with Mama. Go downstairs. Daddy's going to do his show. Go downstairs. Go to Mama. Thank you, sweetie. Bye-bye. Have a fun day. That was... No. I leave the air. I need the air to go through. Okay, show prep is done now. Anyway, thank you all for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 474. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn, here as always with my suspenders set to maximum stun. We will be playing a new game today because we beat Rage last week. We'll be playing Wolfenstein, The Old Blood. I think that's the right one. I haven't played any of the Wolfensteins since Escape from Castle Wolfenstein. If that's the first one, is that the first one? Anyway, it's been a long time since I've played Wolfenstein, and I was told that The Old Blood is a prequel, so I should start there. So that's what I'm going to do. Out of Scotch, so today I'm drinking this Guinness. I mean, you can't go wrong. And topic of conversation, Creation Club. Holy cow. It has consumed my entire day. No, it's the New Order. Ben Beck says that no, it's the New Order. Which one was the prequel? I know that the New Order came out first, and then The Old Blood came out after, but that The Old Blood was a prequel to The New Order. So I should play The Old Blood first to better understand the story of The New Order. Is that right? We'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, so Creation Club, Bethesda released a new Fallout 4 Creation Club, 2 new updates, which I have been producing a video on today. So yeah, tomorrow's video is not going to be Fallout 1. Tomorrow's video is going to be on the Creation Club, and it will be a doozy. Oh my goodness. This Creation Club update is a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And, it's okay. Everybody's, no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes from time to time. I'm not going to steal my own thunder because I'm I'm in the middle of making a 40-minute video on the topic. I have a lot of thoughts, but it's great. I mean, I think they were trying to do something new, and bugs happen. Bugs happen. What can you do? So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Look forward to that video tomorrow. That's Friday. I typically don't do a video on Friday, so hey, extra content. And then this weekend, we will pick right up with the story of Fallout 1 again and do the video on the Glow. I've had a lot of fun working on the full story of Fallout 1, and we're all the way to... We're well over halfway through it. We found the water chip. We returned it to Overseer Jacorian. And now we're off to visit the Glow so that we can get into the Brotherhood of Steel and get power armor. Good stuff. Okay, lots of comments and questions. 80CJ says 80 or 8,000 until 1 million. How many more sponsors until new emoji? Oh, I haven't checked that in a while. I probably have a new emoji available. I'd have to get one made. I only got 10 emojis made. So if I do have more available from my account, I'd have to get more made. Caleb says, good evening, Oxhorn. Love the new camera. Have some money on me. Thank you. I will take your money. You are very generous. And thanks for the new camera. It's dollars like yours that can add improvements to the show, like a new camera and a new microphone. Edrew99 says, hey, Oxhorn, loving your Fallout 1 videos. Can't wait for the episode on the Glow. It's one of the most interesting locations in the entire series, in my opinion. I have to agree. I really started to enjoy myself when I got to the Glow. Well, I really started to enjoy myself when I got to the Necropolis. If I'm perfectly honest, up until that point, it kind of went a little slow for me. But when I got to the Necropolis, I was having a lot of fun. Until I realized halfway through it that I had missed all the ghouls. I got halfway through the Glow, and I'm like, man, why are all the ghouls dead? All right, I'll just explore. And I'm exploring all the containers and all the corpses. And then I move to the sewers and everything's dead. And then I move to the next zone and everything's dead. And I'm like, wait a minute, this corpse is named and his name is Set. Am I missing something? Get all the way to the watershed before I realize, oh, they're supposed to be alive. Well, I get to replay this. Yeah, that was not a fun moment. The Glow was great. James with a wonderful tip says, hello, Oxhorn. Hello, James. Good to have you on the program. Grievous Reborn says the Old Blood is a prequel for the New Order. Right. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. So we'll play the Old Blood because a prequel happens before the sequel. So we'll do that first. Edrew says, hey, Oxhorn, loving your Fallout 1 videos. Can't wait for the episode. Oh, wait, I just read that, didn't I? I did just read that. No, that's great. Moving on. Christopher says, hello, Oxhorn. Great videos on Fallout 1. Do you think we'll see or hear anything but airships in the future Fallout? And are there any other than the Pridwin and the boat on Fallout 4? Yes, but maybe? No, they're mentioned in Fallout Tactics. So we don't really so the problem with Fallout Tactics is we know many of the big events that happened in Fallout Tactics are canonical, because some of them are even mentioned in other games, like the crashed Zeppelins from Fallout Tactics in Chicago. That's mentioned by the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4. But some of the other things in Fallout Tactics, we're not sure if it's canonical. Because there's like an alternate universe Harold in Fallout Tactics. His name is Harold. He kind of looks like Harold, but I mean, he's not the Harold we know. Is he? Maybe? I don't know. It's weird. And then there are like fuzzy, intelligent Deathclaws that are members of the Brotherhood of Steel, and I'm not even kidding about that. So, yeah, there are weird things like that in Tactics that we kind of have to work through. So I don't know if that game is canonical, but it's possible. But in that game, they have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Christina Johnson says, I'm in a really rough spot right now. Dark mindset. But your videos help me so much. Thank you for being a bright spot. And she gives me a black heart. Well, thank you very much, Christina, for the wonderful tip. I do appreciate it. And you know what? Hey, I'm going to be here for quite some time. I don't plan on stopping making videos anytime soon, so I hope you guys can stick around and enjoy them for the foreseeable future. Phelan Marcano says, Oxhorn, play Fallout 76 with me when it comes out, please. Well, I will definitely play Fallout 76 when it comes out, but I can't make any promises to play with individual viewers. Rob Taylor says, hey, Oxford, did you see the settlement ambush pack on the Creation Club? It's kind of neat. Yeah, I'm reviewing it. It is kind of neat. I don't want to steal my thunder. That's the thing. I have so much to say about it. Look, if it didn't have one really horrendous bug, I would love it. I mean, it's such a good idea. Well, there are two bugs. Well, there's one horrendous bug, and then there's one weird frustration that's kind of a bug. I'll talk more about them. Anyway, I mean, it's such a good idea. It could have been executed so much better. That's my thoughts on that so far. Adrian Parker says, thanks for making me my first, thanks for helping me make my first day of school less stressful. Yeah, school is starting. I know, because I brought my son to school. Today's my son's second day of school. He's loving it. He's having such a great time. He's in first grade. I remember going to first grade, so I guess he's gonna remember everything that happens now. Wow, he's at that age now, where he'll keep his memories. Anyway, yeah, he had a great day at school yesterday, and then again today. He's having a blast. He's one of those kids who just loves being around other kids. So I'm really glad he's in school again. Master and the Assassin says, what's your reaction if you had power armor in real life? Well, you know, if I lived in a post-apocalypse, I'd probably make really good use out of it. But, you know, in a non-post-apocalypse, in a pre-apocalypse, or in a never-to-be apocalypse, you know, what do you do with power armor? Just, you spend time in it, think you get sweaty and stinky, wash it out. Not a whole lot. So if there was real power armor, I'd probably be like, oh, cool. Probably wouldn't buy any. It's kind of like a tank. Tanks are great. I love reading about tanks and watching videos of tanks. And when I play video games, I love to play video games about tanks. But I would never own a tank. I don't think. Hard to park. Jacob Prower with a joke saying, people are talking about the apocalypse like there's no tomorrow. Enjoyed your videos on Fallout and LA Noire, says Real Matcher. Well, thank you very much. I know that LA Noire is on pause for now while I get through Fallout 1, but after I'm done with Fallout 1, I'll have some more LA Noire videos, and then we're going to move right on into a brand new series for which I have already captured all the footage. Am Swain says, hey, Oxhorn, keep up the great work. Wish I could give more. But anyway, have a drink on me. No, what you have given is generous. No need for more. Thank you very much. Rusky says, power armor would be great for construction and utility work. Just saying. No, you're right. But I don't work in construction or utility work. I knew a guy who was a neighbor of mine, and he was really proud of the day that he bought his own backhoe. And he worked in construction. He saved for it for years. He earned that thing. And then he wanted to show it off. You know, he wanted everyone in the community to see that he owned his own personal backhoe. And he would drive it around his yard a lot. Even when there weren't things that you did backhoeing. And then every now and then he'd take it out on the cul-de-sac and spin around, you know. Just enjoying his backhoe. And, you know, whenever we would have dinner parties or backyard barbecues, the topic of his backhoe would come up, and it was never from us, but you know, he would tell us about how he really enjoyed tinkering with this part on the backhoe. And then he often offered assistance. Hey, you know, if you need any help with your gardening, guess what? I've got a backhoe. So yeah, there are certain people whose jobs are to have certain pieces of equipment, but there are also environments where those pieces of equipment aren't necessary, like in a cul-de-sac. So I probably wouldn't need power armor unless I worked in construction. Taz Grigsby says, what is your take on all the bundles that are currently available on the Creation Club? I'm not a fan of bundles. Just in general, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. You know what would make the bundle better for me is if they combined the ESL files so that you didn't have multiple ones. I don't know if it's bad to have too many ESL files or ESPs. I'm not sure. But after having downloaded all of the creations that I have, my plugin or my data folder is getting really big. Caleb says, at least you have a while before your son is off to college. Already racking up student debt, and I haven't been here for a full week yet. Have a little extra for the kids. May their generation be better than ours. Well, cheers to that. And don't make me think about my kids in college right now. Too soon, too soon. The Dark Seraph says, a priest and a rabbi walked into a bar. The pastor ducked. Is that religious commentary? Roland Palacios says, hey, Oxhorn, it's good to see you live again. Also, I just added your playlist on Spotify. Also, can you sing the chorus to We Three Dwarves? We three dwarves of Iron Forge. For the chorus. Oh, beer of wonder, beer, delight, beer that makes me dance and fight. No more singing, must have drinking each and every drunken night. That's what it was. Vellingham says, hello, Oxhorn. Here's a bit of trivia for you today. Did you know that Peter Jessup, the voice actor of Paladin Dance, is the same actor who played B.J. Blazkowicz in the 2009 Wolfenstein game? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure which one I'm playing. The New Order, and then the Colossus. I don't think we'll meet him. Jay-Z says, hello, Oxhorn. Good to see you again. I watched your videos so much. Just finished playing the 3 newest Wolfenstein games. I enjoyed them. I hope you get into the story. It was great fun. Yeah, well, that's the idea. Hopefully we'll get into the story and really enjoy ourselves. Techno Squidgy says, hello, Oxhorn. Have you given any thought to how you might approach Fallout 76? I've been thinking about role-playing a doctor. Not sure if mechanics will support. You know what? In a multiplayer game, I'm not sure. I mean, I would probably love to do a commando build with an automatic weapon, but then ammunition. Ammunition. The bane of my existence, ammunition. I always run out of ammunition when I play commando. And in a multiplayer game, it's completely unforgiving. I don't know. I'll probably roll a sniper again. I always do that. I always roll a sniper. It's not that I don't like being a sniper. I do. But sometimes I get frustrated at my own lack of creativity. Maybe I'll do a shotgun surgeon. Oh. Anthony says, hey, Oxford, I'm a teacher and football coach, so I barely have time for video games. Thank you for making your videos and holding me over until I can play again. You are welcome. That's half the point. That's half the point. Ballyawk 2 says, does your bowler hat maintain its shape without headphones? I don't know. Spudlab says, I have been here since 1K. Well, that would be very, very long time ago. When I started making my Fallout vids, I was at 6K. Because I had accrued the previous 6K over the 7 or so years I had the channel online, publishing episodes of Scotch and Smoke Rings. That's all I did. I made my channel in 2011 solely as the place where I could publish episodes of Scotch and Smoke Rings, because I had my old Oxhorn channel for all my World of Warcraft stuff, and then I had these episodes of my weekly show that I needed to save, and I'm like, well, I'll just make a new channel, throw them all up in there. So for between 2011 and 2015, so 4 years, okay, 4 years, I did nothing but publish episodes of Scotch and Smoke Rings to this channel. And somehow, over that time, I managed to get 6,000 subscribers who were just interested in Scotch and Smoke Rings. Then I published Fallout videos, and it kind of ballooned. Ballyawk says, thank you. Beautiful, thank you. You are indeed welcome. Robin says, hey, Oxford, I'm a big fan. It would make my year if you just say hi back. Hi back. Also, t-shirt that says good old-fashioned fisticuffs. I should probably do something. I say that a lot, don't I? Matius Mag says, crimson and clover, over and over. Yeah. I'm revealing my age, and I think you are as well. Most people who watched my video on Clover, well, no, I actually said that in my Paradise Falls video. I don't think they got the joke. They didn't realize that was the song. They're like, Oxhorn, that was just really cringy. Don't do that again, Oxhorn. That was too much cringe. Phantasm says, do you wear the hat and clothes on the regular, like when not recording? Well, I typically don't wear the hat. This is my show hat. This is where I put on the hat and I adopt the Oxhorn persona. I'm a completely different person without the hat. I don't even recognize myself. But to do the show, I have to have the full set bonus. The hat, the beard, the suspenders, the cigar. These powers combined give me the ability to channel Oxhorn. But yeah, I do wear clothes outside of the show. I don't wear the hat, but I also don't go around all natural. It's just a shirt. It's not a special shirt. It's just a collared shirt with stripes on it. Is this weird looking? It's a normal shirt. Josh Hoffer says, what was your inspiration for the panda song? My hatred of pandas. It comes from a similar place as my hatred towards elves. And he's referencing an old video I did for World of Warcraft talking about how much I hated pandas. It was my attempt to criticize Blizzard for becoming a little too childish, I guess. Is that a good word? Is that a good description? Childish? When you've got a game and you've got these horrible orcs with giant teeth and huge, Tauren that'll gore enemies, and you've got demons and sorcerers and horrible plots and stories, and then a Death Knight and Arthas with the sword in the mountain, and he kills his father. And then you come out with an expansion with a little cute dancing pandas. You're kind of like, what? How does that fit? That's how it was feeling at that time. Pandaren, Mr. Pandaria, yeah, they're bears, I get it, sure. Just didn't feel like it fit. They're just, and the dances they had were like anime dances. It was disappointing, but I'm well beyond beyond that now. Haven't played World of Warcraft in so long. That drawer says, hey Alex, I love your videos, Owen, thanks for Vault 77 video. I love that one. Yeah, I had a blast with Vault 77. Been meaning to do that one for a long time. But I had to start my Paradise Falls video series before I could. I really had to get into... There were so many things that have been waiting for me to enter Paradise Falls. I couldn't do Grady's Package before going to Paradise Falls. I couldn't do Grey Ditch before going into Paradise Falls. All of that's coming up eventually. I got a lot... I still have so much to do. Vellingham says, I love 60s music. I got the joke. Christopher Cooper says, Oxhorn, what cigar are you smoking? This is a Corojo. I actually got this. It's a La Aurora y Leon Corojo. I got a shipment of smaller cigars than I thought they were. They looked bigger in the picture, but they came out and they're just teeny tiny. That's okay. Mark Eric Lane says, 2 weeks ago I sent a chat saying that I was popping the question, and she said yes. Ox, you're invited to our wedding. I have 2 words for you, open bar. Wow. Your guests are going to be happy and sloshed. And that's okay for a wedding. It's the appropriate place for that kind of behavior. That's great. Well, congratulations to you and to your fiance. I hope you guys have a wonderful wedding and an amazing life together. Jeffrey says, Oxhorn, please read this comment. There's a new Creation Club item in Fallout 4. It's called the Settlement and Bush Kit. Oh, the Settlement Ambush Kit. Oh, man. He put a space between and bush. I thought it was something. I thought it was a third thing. I thought there was the Settlement and Bush Kit. So I'm like, what, now gardening? We're going to... No, it's the Settlement Ambush Kit. Yes, I know. I've been talking about the Settlement Ambush Kit. I'm going to be doing a video on it tomorrow. I'm currently shooting the footage. No, I shot all the footage. I'm currently editing it. Well, that's what I'm going to do after the broadcast. Thank God it's not the Settlement Ambush Kit. Golly. Ebivik says, hey Oxhorn, I love your videos. I was wondering if I could do a soundboard of you, and flew off the screen. A soundboard of you for fans. I don't want to do it without your permission. It's fine with me. Just send me a link. I'd love to see it. Wolf Warrior says, "Hey, I love I love listening to your vids while I drive for work. Have you ever tried Not Your Father's root beer?" I've never tried it. Root beer's okay. I don't drink a lot of soda. Pop. I don't drink a lot of pop. When I do, it's usually a Coke or a Pepsi. But every now and then I'll treat myself to a root beer. I'm not particular when it comes to root beer. The distinction between root beer brands is not much. Like, every beer is different. It's not my favorite dark beer, but I do prefer dark beer. But when it comes to root beer, I'm not picky. A&W. Oh, I get it. Dad's root beer. Are you telling me there's a brand of root beer that's riffing on the brand Dad by saying, "We're not your dad, we're not your father's root beer"? I just got that. Okay. Vault Boy says, "Like your material. Have you ever played Stalker? Also, are you picking up Assassin's Creed Odyssey since you love Greece as a history major?" I am a history major as well. Really enjoyed the Origins educational mode. When did I mention that? I probably have mentioned that. I'm surprised you remember that. Yeah, I majored in classical Greek history. But that said, no, I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games. I know I'm probably getting myself in trouble by saying that, but I haven't played any of them yet. I know they're probably great games. I don't know. I'm so busy with what I'm doing that I don't have time to sit down and play other things. Like, I saw the trailer for Cyberpunk 2076. It blew my mind. It just blew my mind. This was like a 48-minute video of gameplay footage. And I'm just sitting here. I kept looking at my watch. I'm like, I've got to work. I've got to make a new video and Fallout 1. But this trailer is so good. And I sat there and watched the entire thing. And the game looks absolutely stunning. Open world, first-person perspective. I just loved everything I saw. But I'm resigning myself to the fate that I won't be able to play it. Not if I'm doing Fallout 76. Plus, there's so much nudity in that game that was in the Red Band trailer. Or is it a Red Band trailer? That was in the YouTube trailer. That I just don't know how I would possibly be able to stream that game. Like, even if I did have time to play it, how could I broadcast that on YouTube without getting my channel deleted? If they have a streamer-friendly mode where they can at least remove all the nudity and maybe censor the swear words or something, then maybe I could do some content out of it. But YouTube is really finicky about that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. But as for Stalker, I have played Stalker. I played... I purchased all the Stalker games, and I played about an hour of the first one and then maybe 30 minutes of the second and third one. Just couldn't get into it. Just could not get into those games. So I probably won't be doing any content on them anytime soon. Anthony Cook says, "What are your opinions on the Fallout story so far?" Well, the Fallout 1 story was groundbreaking. I mean, it's one of those stories where a story like that hadn't been told in that kind of environment ever. It was a combination of the story and the music and the dark setting that just solidified it as an RPG classic. Now, looking back on it 20 years later, there are a lot of things about the story that don't really hold up to time. It's much... Let's see, what's a good way to put it? Well, the unique thing... the unique thing about the original Fallout, and the same is true for Fallout 2 and New Vegas, is they put so much effort and creativity into really bizarre and unique ways of going about solving a riddle, about fulfilling a quest. But they're so specific that few people would ever naturally think about doing it that way. And it's the same in New Vegas. Like, well, I'll be spoiling it if I talk about that. I haven't gotten to that part of the plot yet. What have I covered that I can talk about? Well, like in my latest video on Vault 13, you know, you go and you talk with Teresa, and you have to convince her whether or not you have to convince her. You have to have a conversation with her, whereupon she decides either to stay in the vault or to leave. You only gain experience if you convince her to stay. But what if you genuinely think that her leaving is better for the vault, or that it's better for her as a person so that she can grow? Or, you know, what if you agree that Jacorian is wrong in keeping everybody in Vault 13? They don't really have an option for that. There's only one option. Either she stays, and either you fail the quest, and she stays for now, but the next time you come, she's gone, and we can presume she met a horrible end or something, but you don't earn any experience from that. Or you convince her to stay, and you earn the experience. Why don't you earn experience for both? Like, there should have been an option for that. And there are other little things in the quests in all three of those games where, almost as if the omniscient narrator is speaking through the player. Like, the player character will mention something that the player has no way of ever knowing. And those kind of moments always kind of jar me. And they do that a lot in 1, 2, and 3. Now, that sets the story of Fallout 1 sets the stage for all of the other Fallouts, and it's a great stage. The other Fallouts wouldn't be able to stand on it if it was rickety. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I'm going through it. I'm glad I'm able to share it with everybody. And I'm looking forward to Fallout 2. Someone was asking where to get the Fallout Bible. The Fallout Bible was just released on internet forums a few years ago. And I believe it's all on the wiki. You can find it on the wiki. You can find it on No Mutants Allowed. It's just all available free online. You can read it. Sam says, hey, Oxhorn, I just want to thank you for all of the work you put into your videos. The fact that you are doing the full playthrough of Fallout 1 on top of all of your other projects like the New Vegas endings blows my mind. Thank you for doing what you do. You are indeed welcome. I wouldn't be doing the full story of Fallout 1 if it was longer than it is. Thankfully, it's pretty short. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's a pretty short game. So we're already halfway through it, and maybe even more than halfway through it. We've only got a handful of episodes left, maybe a week or a week and a half more content to go, and then we finish the entire story. So it's pretty short. And I hear that Fallout 2 is like 3 times the size of Fallout 1, so I probably won't be doing that series anytime soon. And when I do that series, I'm probably going to have to stagger the content, the episodes, in much the same way that I'm staggering the episodes of L.A. Noire and my New Vegas series. But after we finish the full story of Fallout 1, we're going to dive right back into Vegas, because I've got an entire ending that I need to do. And, yeah. So, lots to do. And I've got a bunch of Fallout 3 stuff I need to complete as well. Mark says, before I forget, do you think we'll see the GAC in Fallout 76? It would fit perfectly with the theme of rebuilding West Virginia. And, Fallout 3 is adjacent. Well, it's always possible. You raise very good reasons why we would see it. We'll find out. Thank you very much for the tip, Lewis. I do appreciate it. Sorry, I had ribeye. It's caught in my teeth. Grim XRPR20 says, hey, Oxhorn, have you ever played any Bioshock games? Also, greetings from Arizona, or cheers from Arizona. Yeah, I played Bioshock 1 live on the program, and we finished the game. It was pretty great. I haven't played the others yet. Phantasm says, yo, Brandon, can you actually do a smoke ring? Yeah. Let's see. There's a breeze. I'm going to go ahead and blow smoke at my $150 camera lens. Here we go. You should have a Patreon perk that allows us to play with you in Fallout 76. I empathize, I really do. I mean, if I saw me, I'd want to play with me too. But, and oh, that sounded really bad now that I think about it. But, look, the thing is, if I were to do that, then not only would, I mean, I would feel financially obligated to do that. And what if 1,000 people buy that level or something like that? Then I suddenly got to play this video game with 1,000 people. They bought the service, and now it's just things get complicated. So when it comes to me playing with the viewers, I would love to. I don't know what it's going to be like. We really need to see what Fallout 76 is going to look like before I can make any promises like that. So I'm planning to play by myself more than anything, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know. Vellingham says, the Glow is genuinely one of the most interesting places I've been to in Fallout 1. I'm excited for your video covering it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do it injustice. It's a great spot. It's also really creative. It's a creative spot. You know, the glowing seas from Fallout 4 was really creative as well. And when I heard about the Glow, I thought it was going to be kind of like that. But when I got there, it was completely different, but equally cool. So I'm really looking forward to doing that video. Favorite New Vegas companion? That's so hard. I love Boone. I love Cass. I love Arcade Gannon. Man, they're so great. Veronica. Which of them? Those are like my top, but I'm having a hard time picking one. There, I still got it, right? Rusky says you've got some time to clear your schedule. Cyberpunk isn't coming out until June of 2019 at the earliest. Really? Okay, I feel better. But still, I'm still creating content on a game that was released in 2015. Fallout 4. Yeah. I probably will be creating Fallout 76 content for a very long time. Eliask1 says, I've been watching you since your Rafflemow days. I love your attention to detail in your videos, and hearing you laugh at how ridiculous Fallout can be makes my day. Keep it up, sir. Thank you. That's part of the charm of Fallout, though. It can be ridiculous, but it's always great when it is. Hey, Ox, did you know that you're on Wikipedia? No way. Really? What name do they use? No, I'm not on Wikipedia. No, I'm not on Wikipedia. I'm on Wikia, which is different. I think it's wikia.com. Yeah. Someone wrote an article for me there. Is that? I don't think that's Wikipedia, is it? That's different. Yeah, that's a different thing. Snorty says Veronica is the worst companion. I mean, I really liked her story. She's got a good story. She's weird. Like, she's weird as a person. Bizarre weird, but in a very charming way. You really feel bad for her. I mean, she's got it rough. She comes from such a reclusive, hermitic tribe, and she doesn't feel like she's a part of that tribe. She feels so not a part of that tribe that they effectively exile her under the pretense of her going out on a job. So it's kind of sad. Luis Chavez says, Oxhorn, what do you think of the new details on Fallout 76? Also, here's a small donation, even though I don't eat much. Lol, just kidding, he says. I know you feel bad when people say that. Yeah, don't give me your money if you need to eat. Let's make that a rule. It's an Oxhorn rule. If you're skipping meals to tip me, don't skip the meals to tip me, please. I don't want your lunch money. I really don't. So I don't know of any new details about 76 that already were released. I believe they had some new details coming a couple of weeks ago. Are there new details that I haven't heard about? J.A. Bristol says, Oxhorn, I've thought of a way for you to stream Fallout 76 with the music. What if you listen to the radio soundtrack in the stream's description with the respected artists as a sort of copyright disclaimer? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work, but you did give me an idea. If there was a way for me to stream my computer's audio but only record gameplay audio, then I could have the in-game radio turned off in my gameplay, but I could have the tracks running as like an MP3 playlist on my computer. So my viewers could still enjoy all the music, but I wouldn't record it for the YouTube upload later. Now, that wouldn't work because then I'd have to... I'll figure it out. Taylor says, are you excited for the Miami mod for Fallout 4? Yeah. When I saw it, it's honestly the first trailer for a fan-made mod for Fallout 4 that I've really thought was going to be good. It looked like the production quality looked pretty doggone good. So yeah, I am excited about that. Absolute Horse says, hey Oxhorn, you are such an inspiration to me that I've started to make my own videos. Thank you for the amazing content. Have a drink on me. Well, thank you very much for the tip. I appreciate it. Victor Volkov says, hey Oxhorn, I'm currently listening to your stream while playing Elite Dangerous. I was wondering if you could name my ship that I just bought. I'm going to be using it to explore space. Oh, it sounds like an interesting game. Elite Dangerous? I haven't heard of that. Let me save that for later. I do love space exploration games as well. I was really excited about No Man's Land, and then it came out. I've heard it changed. I heard that it's much better. You want me to name your ship? Oh, I'm always so bad at these things. Rust Bucket. Make it better. Put it in plural. Rust Buckets. Better than one. Hear you scream. But here you scream? Because in space no one can hear you scream? But H-E-R-E. Anyway, that's my best. Fleet Master says, thank you for doing the Fallout 1 series. It's awesome. Are we going all the way or going to leave us on a cliffhanger? We're going to go all the way. Don't worry. I'm not going to not finish the series. Tomorrow is Creation Club just because Bethesda surprised us all with another Creation Club update and I have to cover it. But then this weekend we're going to go right into the Glow, and then after that we're going to go to the Brotherhood of Steel. Trey Nemo says, hey Oxhorn, are you going to make a video about all the ways you can destroy Vault 13? No? I'll have to look into that. Let me make a note. Man, my cigar keeps going out. Jay McKibe says, sorry if if it was mentioned, but there's a mod to mute all the radios, including all the radios in the world for Fallout 4. Yeah, but we were talking about Fallout 76. And I doubt that on launch day, they'll have mods support available. So I'll just turn down radio volume in my game while streaming so that I can actually monetize the content I produce. But thank you for the tip. Young Madai says, do you think 76 will ruin VATS or other mechanics? No, I think it'll, it's not going to ruin it. And I've always been confused when people talk about ruining the Fallout series with Fallout 76 or something, because all of the Fallouts still exist. Like, we can play Fallout 1 at any time. Unchanged. Same with 2, Tactics, New Vegas, 3, 4. We can play them at any time. The existence of another Fallout game in no way ruins the others. Now, Fallout 76 is going to be very different, including VATS. We've learned that the VAT system in Fallout 76 is going to be real-time. It's not going to slow time in any way. That said, I'm sure that they're going to make it useful. From what I've seen in the gameplay footage, it's still going to be a really useful tool, especially for finding people who are hiding, right? Just turn on VATS, see if anyone's hunting you. In fact, I think that's probably going to be the primary use. Just search for nearby enemies. Anthony Cook says, I'm glad you always turn off Enclave Radio. I thought I was the only one who did that. I don't mind, you know, the music that they play on Enclave Radio, but the propaganda, that's another thing. I don't understand why so many raiders in the Wasteland listen to Enclave propaganda. Leton says, do you think that Fallout 76 will be an apocalyptic version of GTA 5 LOL? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I hope not, and I don't think so. I mean, there's not going to be any vehicles, which is going to change the environment a lot, but of course, in lieu of that, fast travel, go anywhere we want. No, I'm looking forward to Fallout 76, and I have high hopes. Well, I'm cautiously optimistic, at least, that it's going to be its own thing, but it's going to be a very good thing. We'll see. Brotherhood of Steel Sentinel Frog says, Oxhorn, you made us all Fallout experts, and you're a legend for Fallout. I'm proud to have this title of Fallout expert, and I'm guessing you are too. What's the genre of music in the background? Well, you know, well, this is Dixieland. Dixieland music is the genre of music. And there's I don't know what it's called, but there's a saying that goes, there's a curve, and I forget what the curve is called, but the less you know, the more likely you are to call yourself an expert. And the more you know, the less likely you are to call yourself an expert until you actually become an expert. And then you call yourself an expert. I'm no expert when it comes to Fallout lore. I learn new things all the time. Especially when playing through the older games. There are so many, I mean, it's such a deep bucket of lore to sift through. I learn things all the time. Like, I only recently learned, even after having already completely finished Fallout 1, that we were not the first Vault Dweller that Jacorians sent out to find the water chip. I discovered that while making my Vault 13 video, which is why I mentioned Ed's Dead in that video, and we will be talking about the other Vault Dweller, whom we do get to meet, although we never learn his... Well, actually, we do. We do learn his... Anyway, we get to meet him later, which will be fun. Zach Wagner says, hey, Oxhorn, I cannot wait for you to get 1 million subscribers. I love your vids. Well, thank you very much. I can't wait either. I know I should do something special. I have no idea what to do, and I'm really running out of time. 10,000 or 8,000. I've got 8,000 subscribers left. Golly, that's going to be in a couple of days. Oh, man. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to make a video or something that says, "Hey, everybody, 1,000,000 subscribers. Thanks, everybody." Blow a kazoo or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. And when I say that, it means I'm just gonna stop thinking about it until it's too late. I don't do celebrations well. I'm bad when it comes to parties and birthdays and things like that. Tyler Lofton says, is it strange that even 200 years after the bombs dropped, there are still pre-war items unlooted? I find it strange that there are still Nuka-Cola in machines, unlooted and untouched. Am I right? I mean, yeah, you're right. Some things can be explained, like a pre-war building that's filled with horrible monsters that are preventing other people from coming through, or a pre-war building that's been locked for 200 years. That makes sense, but there are still so many other things, like finding an ammo container lying in the middle of the road right next to Greentop Nursery, or Grey Garden, actually. And you find ammo in it. Strange. Cody Juggalo says, I couldn't help but notice that in most of your videos, it seems like you record gameplay and commentary separately. I just wanted to know why. Well, if I were to record gameplay and my commentary at the same time, it wouldn't flow right. I mean, sometimes I have to sit there and think about what I want to say. And if I were doing that live while playing the game, then that means I would have to stop playing the game, think about something to say, and then resume playing the game while talking to make sure I say it in one sentence so that there isn't a big edit cut in the middle of this spot where I was. Also, there are some dungeons where I don't know the full story of it, but I need to know the full story of it to mention something at the beginning. It's just a better way to go about it, in my opinion. Thank you for the tip, Mars Galaxy Gamer. Young Madai says, would you ever play Life is Strange? Probably not. Not sure if it's up my alley, if it's the genre that I like. Chance Farmer says, hey Oxhorn, loving your LA Noire series. You've inspired me to do a new playthrough myself. What's your favorite part of the game? I love the clues, the clue mechanics. Being able to... I thought they did a very good job of finding a clever way to still make you feel like a detective who's solving real clues, even though they could only scatter 3 or 4 objects within the room that you can interact with. And they did that with musical cues, which are optional. You can turn all musical cues off. So if you really want the hardcore LA Noire experience, you have no hints, no tips. You go into the room and you lift up every single book and you wait until Cole Phelps says, nope. Will take a smarter man than me. But the musical cues tell you when you're getting close to a clue, and then you stop and you look around and you try and find it. I thought that was really well done. Marsh Wadger says, insult a faction from another faction's opinion. I don't understand. So insult a faction as if I were a member of another faction? Okay, you railroad people are... You're in love with walking, talking refrigerators. Burn. They say things like that in the game. It's a burn. Jay McKibe says, for your information, when you stream episode 476, it'll look like Fallout 76. Oh, no. You're right. That's only a few weeks away. Oh, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll just spell it out. Episode 476. Oh, or maybe I'll just call it 475.5. And then the next one will be... That won't work, will it? The Cursed Controller says the car salesman in L.A. Noire was pretty funny. He really was. That was a high spot for me. I remember when I played that mission for the first time, I laughed out loud. I stopped what I was doing and I just cackled at my monitor when he did his whole walk this way thing with the arms. I was like, all right, that's dumb. But it's so dumb that it's great. Okay, let's get into Wolfenstein. And this is my first time playing this game, so I have no idea what to expect. Let's hope my computer doesn't crash or something. The Old Blood. Let's wait for it to load. I know that you just have to look at me. But don't worry, I will share the screen as soon as it loads, and I know that things are going to go smoothly. I probably should have played this before the show, just to make sure it worked. Hindsight. Oh, great. Really? You sure what's going on? Oh! Finally. Vellingham says, expect lots of Nazis. Yes. Well, that is, of course, the allure of this kind of game. Hello, people. We made a game where you can kill lots of Nazis. Oh? Sign me up. Okay. Looks like it's working. Let me... Why is it hitching like that? I don't know if you can hear it, but the sound is kind of... The sound was going... like that. I really should have done this first. Okay. Settings. No, no, no. Yes. Oh, no, I don't want to exit the game. Come on. Why? Why? Oh. Ah. Okay. Don't know why I did that, but I'm not going to question it now. Let's, There we go. New game. Options. Difficulty. Normal. Controls. Audio. Video. 1920 1080. Okay. Vertical sync. Is that what's doing this? Field of view 80. I think that's fine. Oh wow, really? Yeah. I remember this. This is what they did in the first one, wasn't it? All right. Let's see what this is all about.
This war is a disease, passed through blood spilled by warriors. I feel the winds from the gathering storm.
Wolfenstein. Steals secret Nazi documents.
Im Hauptquartier des Führers sprach der Oberkommandierende des Heeres am 15. März 1946 über die jüngsten Erfolge der deutschen Armee. Voller Zuversicht, dass der Endzieg in nur wenigen Jahren zu erreichen sei, sprach er dem großen Fortschritt der deutschen Waffentechnologie unter der Führung von General Wilhelm Strasse einen großen Anteil an.
I hope you don't mind the weight of the world on your shoulders, Agent Blazkowicz.
I've got pretty solid shoulders, Agent 1.
Well, we're losing the bloody war.
Nobody told me.
HQ's put a tight lid on it. General Deathshead is manufacturing unstoppable killing machines in a secret compound.
Oh.
One of his lieutenants, Helga von Schabs, is keeping the folder mentioned in your mission briefing at her base of operations, Castle Wolfenstein. This folder contains the location of Deathshead's compound. It'll be our last chance, this, before the Nazis wipe out all that's good in the world.
America would never fold.
All right, here's the checkpoint. Remember your cover. Commander Franz, Nazi bastard from the SS in Frankfurt.
I feel like I want to have Team America's theme song playing in the background. America.
Fahren Sie zum
Probably
Kontrollpunkt
give me
da
a
vorne
shot.
und zeigen Sie dort Ihre Papiere.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen. You and me, Blazkowicz. We're a good team. We can do this. Okay, look.
Concept?
You're German?
Concept? Concept art. What's that? Secrets? Okay.
Frankly, it's atrocious. So no talking. And keep your gun holstered for as long as you can. The papers Kessler prepared for you are in the glove box. There.
Okay. Sweet. Passport. Helmut Franz.
Let's go. And remember, stay focused, stay quiet, and follow me, right?
Your lead.
Commandant Franz aus Frankfurt. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Fuck it.
Hello.
Himmels Willen stramm stehen, Fritz. Herr Jäger kommt gleich. Jawohl, der macht Hundefutter aus dir, wenn er dich so sieht. Was soll ich denn dann deiner Mutter erzählen?
Yeah,
Onkel.
you
Nenn mich
bad
nicht so.
soldier.
Entschuldigung.
Ooh. Oh, man. Ooh, what's this? Article of the Führer visits Paderborn. January 12th, 1946. People were out celebrating in the streets of Paderborn in the Bavarian mountains when the Führer came to revisit the town and its famous Castle Wolfenstein. On the agenda was a meeting with General William Strasse and his lieutenant Helga von Schabs to discuss the German war effort and the success of General Strasse's research into advanced war technology. This is just the beginning, said the Führer after the meeting. The Allied forces are losing on all fronts. Our bombs are falling over England. The American Navy is fighting a war they cannot win in the Pacific. No one is standing in our way. He also commended Helga von Schabs for her archaeological research illuminating the great history of King Otto and his legacy of the German people. Oh, fascinating. Oh, hey.
Zeigen Sie Ihre Papiere.
Just some light reading.
Hier, bitte sehr.
Alles klar.
I am from Frankfurt. My name is von Strauss, or Wilhelm von Wiffelfall.
Guten Morgen, Herr Jäger.
Oh,
Was gibt's, Greta?
oh, hey. Oh, hey, doggy. papers.
Die Papiere bitte.
Yeah, no, there you go.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
Hotdog. Oh, he's a hot dog!
Das ist so ein komischer Kreis. Die spinnen die Amis. Hotdog. Die werden sich wundern, wenn wir an der Macht sind. Weiter. Kreta. Bei Fuß.
Okay, it shouldn't be funny. It's funny though. All right.
Hot dog.
Reckon I had to say something.
That was Rudy Jaeger, Helga's second in command. I hear he feeds his dogs with prisoners from the castle's dungeon.
Okay, well, that wasn't smart. Inconspicuous. Walk like a Nazi.
Guten Morgen.
Morgan.
Oh.
Helga von Schaps. What a nasty piece of work. Handpicked by Death's Head himself as a key member of the SS Paranormal Division. Now, I had the misfortune of encountering her on a mission to Tanganyika. Did I ever tell you about that, Blaskowitz?
No, tell me.
I was sick with blackwater fever at the time. Possibly the worst day of my life.
Poor guy.
Not even a heavy diet of whiskey could improve my condition.
That is
you can imagine. Anyway, this castle?
Concept unlocked. What am I supposed to do with these? These are collectibles? Like wallpapers or something?
Helga owns it. It's her occult research center.
Occult?
Now we need to take down Death's Head or the war will be lost. And Helga is vital in doing this. There's a top secret document folder in Helga's office. It should give us the location of Death's Head's compound. Once we have that, well then, we can launch an assault on his base of operations. Shoot him dead.
Right.
Turn this failure of a war around and be back.
Kill
Just in
Hitler.
time for tea.
They keep saying Helga. I keep thinking of Helga from Allo Allo. I wonder if she'll look like Helga from Allo Allo.
Right,
Right.
off you go.
Oh, me?
I'll disable the alarm.
Okay.
You head for Helga's research center. We'll stay in touch via radio, leaving the channel open.
Great. It's all me then, huh? Oh, this way. What vault is this? Oh. Oh, Nazi. Find Helga's research center. Okay. We made it to the Castle Wolfenstein. Need to find a way into Helga's archaeological research center. And that's what it looks like. And it says archaeological. I don't know German. Okay. Well. Oh, there it is. Do I get in trouble for exploring? Because I really want to explore. Hello. Got a tic-tac?
Wolfburg. Kommen.
Ooh, a map. Yes. I guess I can only go one way.
Ich bin gerade beschäftigt.
Ich wollte mich nur vergewissern, ob der Laderoboter auch gut angekommen ist.
Oh, Ihre Fürsorge ist wirklich reizend, Karl. Ja, wir haben ihn gestern bekommen. Ich zeige mich erkenntlich, wenn ich zurück bin. Ich hätte da eine ausgezeichnete Flasche Riesling. Ende.
Oh.
Ich danke Ihnen.
Budding romance,
Darf
maybe?
ich fragen, ob Sie etwas gefunden haben? Ende.
Es ist schon eine Weile her, seit mich eine Expedition so fasziniert hat. Laut unseren Messungen ist der Boden unter uns hohl. Unter diesen Kirchenruinen muss es eine Art Höhle oder Katakomben geben. Vielversprechend, Karl. Ende.
Richtig. Brauchen Sie sonst noch irgendwas, Obersturmanführer? Ende.
Ja, Karl. Schicken Sie uns noch mehr Nachschub. Wir brauchen Treibstoff für den Laderoboter, weil das Ding im Nu alles geschluckt hat, was wir ihm gefüttert haben. Und ich brauche eine Kiste Wein. Der Wein, den die hier auftischen, ist grauenvoll. Also, mehr Treibstoff für den Laderoboter und für mich.
Laderoboter? What's a laderoboter?
Wolfsburg, Ende.
Oh, I was not eavesdropping. I was staring at this wall. Let's start save. Oh no, I can't save. Great. One of those games where I can't save. Okay. Ooh. Newkirk! What the? I thought I was gonna say, but there it is. All right. No? Come on, give me a Nuka-Cola. That's great. Where's Gray Tortoise? Nope, no Gray Tortoise. All right. Mentats. No Mentats? Oop. What are you saluting, buddy? Schnell.
Könntest du dir vielleicht so eine Reise leisten? Was haben Sie denn da gefunden? Irgendein Kelch. Über 1000 Jahre alt. Er muss König Otto gehört haben. Wo ist der? Einer der Kisten, die zu Burg gebracht werden.
Who's talking?
Jäger ist ganz verrückt nach dem Scheiß. Besonders nach allem, was mit König Otto zu tun hat.
Denkst du, es würde jemandem auffallen, wenn der fehlt?
Spinnst du? Weißt du, in was für einer Hölle du landest, wenn Helga das rausfindet?
Das war eine hypothetische Frage, Wolf. Außerdem ist Helga gerade in Wolfburg und mit anderen Dingen beschäftigt, richtig?
Ich will nachsichtig sein mit dir und diese Unterhaltung aus meinem Gedächtnis löschen. Und jetzt hältst du den Mund. Verstanden? Hast du mich verstanden?
Du hast gesagt, ich soll den Mund halten.
They are quite literal, aren't they? Okay, archaeologic six. The archaeological place. Great. Can't loot the trash can. Man, whoop. What is that? Oh.
Okay, inside the elevator.
Roger that. Guard spotted. Going in for the kill. There you go now. Sleep tight.
Ooh. So I have to stand to aim. Okay. Is there aiming around corners here? Yep.
Up on the catwalk, BJ. Don't shoot. It's just me.
Great, I get to collect.
I'll take a gander up here. Look for a safe. That's where the folder should be.
Okay, Helga. Where do you keep your secrets?
dialogue is great.
Blazkowicz, go through every nook and cranny. We're not leaving here without that folder.
I'm working on it, man. Whoa!
Lost it. I found the safe, but the bloody folder is gone. It's just not there. I saw a radio down there. Use it to contact Kessler. Tell him we can't find the folder. Make it snappy, Blazkowicz. I'll stay on the lookout.
Is it just me, or are some of these heads weird? Very weird looking skulls. I did not know you could dual wield. This is so great. All right,
Get on the radio and contact Kessler, Blazkowicz. No time to bloody waste.
What? Oh, come on. Is that... All right. Surprised it didn't say Fus Roda. Note from research assistant Lang. In 1945, Helge is in a meeting with the Fuhrer a whole week. Got to shake his hand. Seems like a very pleasant man, but his hands were clammy and cold. There was a faint, unpleasant odor, too. Helge assigned me to lead the research team while she was preoccupied with our visitor. Discoveries of note an ancient construction sketch lodged in between two wooden panels seem to have been used during the building of this castle. Castle was commissioned by King Otto to be grandiose, impressive, terrifying to his enemies. Must have been quite the sight back then, a marvelous technical achievement by any standards. What piqued my interest was when I looked at the sketches and saw several spaces I could find no entrance to. Maybe some kind of hidden opening device? We'll report this to Helge immediately when she's not otherwise engaged. Could it be the lost treasures of King Otto? Lang.
There is a radio on your floor. Use it to contact Kessler. We need to figure out a new plan. Hurry up, BJ.
Okay, all right. I found the radio.
Pathfinder calling Landseer. Come in, Landseer. Over.
This is Landseer speaking. Over.
Landseer, we can't find Lucy's present. Over.
Pathfinder, I have new information regarding Lucy's present. Rendezvous with me as soon as you can. We will discuss further. Over.
Roger. Pathfinder out.
Shit! Bloody hell! Hold him off, Blazkowicz! I'll find us an escape route! Remember, nothing good left in the world! Shoot those Nazis, Blazkowicz!
Working on it!
Dying. I'm getting killed here. Explore the environment. Find useful items and valuable secrets. Okay, thank you. Oh, and I'm down to one.
Nothing good left in the world! Shoot those Nazis, Blazkowicz!
Working on it!
How do I dual wield again? Goodness. Okay.
How's that exit coming along, Wesley?
What a bloody cock-up, eh, BJ?
And we still have a chance. Kessler knows something.
Well, it's worth bloody note if we don't get out of this place. Look, I found a way out. Come here, I'll help you out.
Careful. Careful. We're meeting Kessler in the village tavern.
Roger that.
There we are! Get up here! Quick as you can!
Look at these skulls. What? Kidding me.
Here, use this exit. Let's go, Blaskowitz. Use this.
Oh. I'll read it later.
No turning back now, BJ! Keep moving!
Helga's diary, entry number 2. I'll read it later. Oh!
Shit.
What kind of armor was that? I want that armor. Oh, hey. Hot dog? Rudy Yeager and the Den of Wolves, Chapter 1, Prison.
God damn it, Blaskowitz. You done messed up now.
Blaskowitz? Hey, Blaskowitz.
Calm
You
down,
awake in
light
there?
a cigar. Hold on. Okay,
BJ,
what?
answer me.
What?
Yep, I'm here, Wesley.
Good, good.
I'll get us out of here somehow.
You ever been to Snowdonia, Blaskowitz?
No, never been.
It's a majestic and beautifully desolate place. Rolling hills as far as the eye can see. My father used to take me hiking there sometimes, before the Great War.
He's given up.
He was happy back then. He'd pack a basket full of bread and cheddar, bottle of ale for him and a soft drink for me. Even found a fossil there once. Same day I broke my foot slipping on a wet stone. That was the best day of my life. I wish I'd had a chance to go back there.
No.
Evening, officer.
Holt ihn raus! Jäger will mit ihm sprechen!
Doggone it. I gotta help my British friend. Ooh, what's that? A bludgeon and a shiv. Look at that corroded wall. Think I might be able to do some climbing? Well, let's try. Alley-oop! God is a beast. Oh. The only weak chink in his armor is me. Hold left alt.
Super soldiers leashed up by those cables. Turning off the power maybe shuts them down.
Not a good idea. All right. Probably shouldn't do that again. Power-connected super soldiers can be temporarily shut down by locating and using a power switch. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Super soldiers leashed up by those cables. Turning off the power maybe shuts them down.
Which way am I looking? Oh.
Senior type before, back in Death's Head's X-Labs.
Don't know what this is, but it's big and heavy, and that's a good sign. Oh, I can't sprint with it.
Doggone it! Got it.
Okay, I guess I have to be stealthy.
Super soldiers leashed up by those cables. Turning off the power maybe shuts them down.
You have to fight him, Ox. Go up to him next time, okay?
Senior type before, back in Death's Head's X-Labs.
God says, just join Patreon Gold. You deserve my money. Well, thank you. You're very kind. Okay, well, I went up to him. Really? Ugh.
Super soldiers leashed up by those cables.
Ooh, what's that?
Turning off the power maybe shuts them down. Ah, God damn it. Rats.
Well, I want that. Oh, I found it. Lottie's letter. Whoever reads this, my name is Lottie Cole. I was imprisoned here by Helga. Please contact my father in Wolfsburg. Name is Robert Cole. Works at a library. Tell him Helga is investigating the defiled church. Please, this is very urgent. Okay.
Seen your type before, back at Death's Head's X-Labs.
Canned beans. Arrest report. March 15th, 1946. Received 2 prisoners. Identities unknown. Interrogation with Herr Jaeger is scheduled for later. Need names and plans. Von Schabs wants to know why the prisoners enter her office. We will begin with this guy. I have a feeling he will break more easily than the thick-necked one. Seems to match the description of the Führer's attacker. If I identify him, I deserve a promotion. Dogs. This way. Oh. Please don't make me start all the way back at the beginning, please. Okay. Sneaking was right. Okay.
Sowas kriege ich Gänsehaut. Als Christ meine ich. Und wer hat darüber gesprochen? Helga. Ich habe sie gestern Abend gehört, als sie vor ihrem Zimmer war. Jeder weiß doch, dass sie dich wegen... Es ist übernatürlich.
Why is he talking about paranormal activity in the occult?
Wir würden etwas zum Anfassen suchen. Wie den Heiligen Gral zum Beispiel.
I love how they argue about it. Okay. Where's my gun? Don't tell me I left it. I guess I can't take my gun with me, huh? Zaylan says, I'm new to the channel, Oxhorn, but I must say it was an absolute treasure to find you. Well, I'm glad you're here. Whew! It's a vertibird! Right or left? Gold? Methinks gold. But first, I want to see what's over here. Don't think I'm gonna jump down there just yet. Let's jump down here. That looked a bit clearer. Alley-oop. What? Oh, you're kidding. Why? Oh, I hate puzzles like this where I've got to time it just right. Hey, buddy. How you feeling? Ready for a nap? That's okay. I'm here. Okay, I guess I can't dual wield them. That would be fun, though. Bye. It's done. Oh. Dogs. Gold. Space Marine. What is that? Can't go anymore? Oh. He can shoot at me through great skill. Yep. And here we go again. Oh. Okay, so I can't do all of them, can I? Oh. Just checking how this tipping thing works, says Tommy. Well, I think you got it figured out. Thank you very much. Down into the pit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Oh, there was one over here. Stupid me. That's what I get for being unobservant. Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused. Is this where I came from or not? That is where I came from. Who got me? Who got me? I made it. I guess a bullet ricocheted in or something. Osprey says, what do you think of the game so far? I'm having a good time. I'm dying a lot, but I'm having a good time. White intelligence, yellow intelligence. Exit, I'm assuming. Can I save him, or is that going to get me killed? Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh no, I'm going to get mauled by a dog. Note from the state veterinarian. Mr. Jaeger, I appreciate that you are concerned about your health, but I assure you that surgery will not be necessary. Indeed, I do agree with your assessment that she has seemed irritable and withdrawn lately, but let me point out 2 important points that should ease your mind. 1, if you give her the medication twice daily as prescribed, the kidney stones should pass naturally. 2, I know Greta is more than a mere dog to you, but once this ordeal is over, she will quickly forget about it and return to her normal, jolly self. Well, something didn't turn out all right. Strong sleepers. Sweet, I can always do that. That's great. Ooh, dog armor. Well, I feel like I missed something. I missed that. This is so great. I don't have anything but a crowbar. So I know that was the way I'm supposed to go, but I thought I remember seeing a yellow exclamation point this way. Gold. I guess that's one of the many ways I could have gone, huh? Okay, let's go the way we're supposed to go. So I need to go to the left. Okay. I'll take the gold. Oh. And then block. missed a lot of armor back there, didn't I? Talk about conveniently placed corroded walls, says Osprey. I know, but hey, it makes the game work. Okay. Didn't think you would come that far. Blinking red light, impassable door. Same thing. Oh, that was cool. Feeding people to the dogs. What the heck, man? Mattress. Oh, maze after maze. Okay, let's get through this maze. Ew.
Wir wollen doch nicht, dass du hier drin dahin fliegst. Nicht wahr? Es gibt genug für alle. Keine Sorge.
Article Medieval Sword Unearthing in Wolfburg, 1945. Archaeologists have unearthed fragments of a sword buried underneath a street in Wolfburg. The sword has been dated to the 10th century and belonged to a medieval knight. The archaeologist leading the dig, Loti Cole, commented today on the find with enthusiasm. The knight was in the service of King Otto, the Holy Roman Emperor, when he was, for unknown reasons, killed in the streets of Wolfburg. It is unclear how this find relates to the razing of Wolfburg, which took place in 965 AD, but it strengthens the most popular theory among local historians that a group of knights sent out by King Otto were killed when they were trying to defend the city from invading bandits.
Oh Gott, sie kennt das Geheimnis.
Tell me about the secret. What does Helga know?
Oh, mein Junge. Bist du von der Front zurück? Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass ich dich wiedersehe. Oh, mein kleiner süßer Junge. Oh.
Sorry, old man. You mistake me for someone else.
Ich dachte, eine Sekunde lang.
Wie die Jahre geflogen sind. Früher saßen wir immer am See, bis die Sonne unterging. Und sahen zu, wie die Schwäne übers Wasser flogen. Ich sehe ihre Spiegelungen im Wasser deutlicher als ich selbst. Ich weiß doch, wie ich dir durchs Haar gefallen bin. Und du ein bisschen von deinem Brot genommen hast. Den Blick fest auf die Angelschnur gerichtet. Um sie sofort hochzuziehen, wenn etwas anbeißen sollte. Wie die Jahre vergangen sind, mein Sohn. Nicht wahr?
Oh my God. This poor man. That was horrible.
Wesley, I tell you about Aunt Sarah. Diagnosed with dementia during college. Medication made her drowsy, strange. I remember those eyes of hers, like dirty windows on some derelict shack. Grandma told me it passed through the blood.
Genau. Ja, meine Liebe, richtig. Nur ein Schluck von dem Gelee und sie ist gesund. Es gibt aber keine Garantie, dass sie überlebt. Wie alt ist sie? 12.
Oh.
Nichts versprechen. Aber sie haben einen Job als Arzt, ja. Wie eine...
Right, okay. Okay now. This way, let's go. Oh yes. Ah! Oh, what? Oh. Bed? What's that? First aid kit. Health upgrade, all right. What is that guy doing? Oh, hey, man. Oh, no, no, no. Come on, buddy. No!
Was ist?
Wir bringen ihn zur Festung.
Found you.
Helmut. Add this to the incoming patients file. Don't forget it this time or Helga is going to go crazy again. Remember last time? Let's not go through that again. The 3 new patients next week. First patient B6 apparently has visions of dark caves beneath Wolfsburg. Second patient B7 dreams of armies destroyed by rays of light. Third patient B8 thinks he hears the thoughts of the rolling machine's beast. Thoughts of the rotting machine beast. Good grief, what nonsense this is. I'll never forgive you for recommending me for duty here, and stop leaving notes like this lying around. Eric. Scribbled on the note, Officer Helmut, send Eric to the African front as infantry. Helga. Oops.
You are a quiet one, aren't you? Don't worry. You have plenty of time to get comfortable in each other's house.
Okay. Patient interview note from Helga. I am preoccupied by Jonas Hartmann. There's more to this patient's ramblings than the manifestations of psychosis. He is describing reoccurring visions connected to the city of Wolfsburg, visions that seem to be related to King Otto, a church burnt to the ground, strange machinery in an underground labyrinth, rotting limbs twisting and moving in darkness. It's all very intriguing. Could be our first real lead to find the buried treasure of King Otto. I will interview him in the library. What wine to choose? He seems like a Sauvignon kind of man. I shall enjoy this. Key. No key. Oh, thank you. All right, I just saw a save and it's 9:15. So I'm gonna have to end the broadcast here. I still have a video to produce for tomorrow. That's gonna be a bit of work for me tonight. So I'm gonna end here and we'll pick up right here where we leave off. Okay. And with that, we'll leave right. We'll pick up right here where we leave off next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel here on YouTube. So thank you all for joining me. Be sure to tune in tomorrow if I get it done tonight, which I probably will, for my video on the Creation Club releases. And then after that, this weekend, we will have lots of Fallout 1 content. Thanks again so much for coming to this week's episode, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.